In this world, everyone is graded by a star, with 7 being the highest and 1 star being the lowest. Famisha, a looser girl with 0 stars, was abandoned by her bitch mother and father and is now traveling with some random SS rank slime. It all started when this bitch gave birth to her daughter. She and her husband are super happy, naming this thing Famisha, and she likes her name. As time blows by, Famisha becomes 5 years old, but she is still unable to use any magic. Her brother teases her by saying that she shouldn't be such a loser and should start with some basic magic, but her mother protects her by saying that not everybody is ready to start at such a young age. Then Famisha's bitch sister comes to the scene saying that this is not how she was treated when she was Famisha's age, noting that the youngest is always treated specially. But without this, Famisha's life was pretty normal, until the decisive day came and the whole family went to church to see her magic skills. But as the priest wanted to look at her stars, it is revealed that she has 0 stars and is now considered humanity trash. The whole family is frustrated about this thing, and as they arrive home, her dickhead father accused mother of cheating, scolding her for giving birth to the starless kid, which broke mom into tears. He was so angry that he broke Famisha's toy, that he gifted her and told her to go out of his sight. She wanted to ask her bitch sister for help, but her brother took her hand, beaten her, and threw her to the street. But this is only where the real hell begins. News of Famisha being a starless loser has spread across the village, and people who used to love her are despising her. Some of them even threaten to kill her because as a starless girl, she now has no right to live. Poor Famisha ran to the forest crying in pain. She spent severe hours running in the rain when she found some rocks to hide under. She wanted to use fire magic to warm up, but unfortunately fainted due to her wounds. When she woke up, she saw her savior, and 1-star old hag with future-telling skills. This old hag was the most respected person in the village, and she decided to help Famisha. She replaced her mother, taught her how to cook and survive in the forest, and even gifted her some books. Famisha felt happy again, but this great time ended the day old hag did not come to visit her. She was really worried about her and decided to return to the village, only to find out that the old hag had died. And what is even worse, a rumor spread out that Famisha was the one that is responsible for the old hag's death. A lot of people started looking for Famisha, saying she was cursed and needs to be killed. Even her dumbass father agreed on haunting her down, and everyone in the village wanted her dead. This absolutely broke Famisha, as she had no other choice but to run away once again. She escaped to the jungle where is found a dump. There she was able to find some potions, old clothes, and survival things that would help her to survive. Bad for her. Some people came there looking for her, saying she couldn't run far with her thing legs. Famisha was scared to death and had no other option but just to run away. She really needed to do something with her appearance and decided to change her looks so she can hide in a city. She took a bath, cut her hair, and dressed in boys' clothes. She will be less suspicious like this. And she also decided to go by a new name, Ivy, which describes an unbreakable person who will stand up after being stepped over. Her road continued to the fields, where she noticed a strange-looking drop of water. She stopped by, and after some time, she noticed it was actually a slime. Ivy opened her book to find some information about it and found out that this slime is considered the weakest of the weak, as it has almost 0 stars, which reminded her of her. She also read that the slime is so weak even the wind can destroy it, and it has a lifespan of 1 day, but its abilities haven't been discovered yet. She felt really sorry for the slime and promised to stay with it for a night, so it wouldn't feel lonely on its last day. Ivy unfortunately fell asleep, and when she woke up, the slime was nowhere to be seen. She got really scared and started looking for the slime. She was really worried that she lost someone again, but she needed to pull forward and continue alone. Ivy opened her map, which she found in the garbage, and to her surprise, the slime was sleeping in it. She was extremely happy that her friend was still alive, and what is written in the book is just a lie. Then she found some information about taming monsters and decided to tame the slime. She started the process by touching the monster's head, and as the crystal appeared on the slime, the taming was successful. Then Ivy decided to name the slime Sora, which means blue sky, and continue on the adventure together, as the weakest of the weak. Her next road went to the capital, a city that was so far away it wasn't even on the map. So she decided to go to the closest city to the capital and get a new map there. As some wind blew by, Sora was almost lost. But Ivy caught her in time, wondering if Sora would ever grow stronger. Then they heard some noise, got scared, and started running. Ivy climbed on the tree just in time, and the deadly ants with red eyes couldn't reach her, so she was safe. Then she released Sora and used some potions to heal her wound. As Ivy was healed, they continued with their journey. This is when they saw something might go wrong. There were Ivy's posters everywhere on the trees, saying that the person that kills her will be rewarded by her father. She got really upset about this, but remembered she is Ivy now, not Famisha, so she can't care less. As they entered the city, everyone around them was using magic, even for tasks like cooking and cleaning. Then she saw a small bakery, selling delicious things, remembering months had passed since she ate bread. But sadly, she had no money to pay with. Ivy decided to sell the mouse she caught on the way here at the butchery store, but she was too scared of being recognized by the seller. She was circling the store until the man noticed her and asked her if she needed something, addressing her as a boy. This gave Ivy courage, as she said she had something to sell. Men with 2-star smelling skills asked if she had some mountain rats to sell. Ivy was really impressed by this and agreed to sell him 1 rat for 1 bronze coin. Then she rushed to the bakery, saying she would pay 2 million gold coins for that delicious bread, which made the worker laugh at such an innocent girl. Ivy was really happy to taste the bread and shared half of it with Sora. She was curious why Sora still didn't talk to her as normal tamed monsters, wondering if it was because of her 0-star ranking. The next day, they went to the forest to catch some more mountain rats they could sell when they discovered a new dumping ground. Ivy started looking for some useful things she could use and found a blue expired potion. It was so old it started turning black, but she decided to keep it anyway. As she was collecting the potions, Sora jumped on blue potions and started absorbing them. Ivy was really impressed because she thought only height-ranked slimes could do that. Curious if Sora can absorb inorganic things, she gave her a pot that Sora didn't like. Thinking she likes only potions, Ivy offered Sora some red potions. But it soon turned out that Sora likes only blue potions, which she started absorbing one by one. With this new discovery, they continued with their life collecting rats and selling meat to the butcher. As they were happily eating their new bread, Ivy wanted this moment to last forever. But things got worse right next morning when Ivy met 2 men from her village who were here to catch her. She panicked and started running when she saw her poster in the butcher's store. Butcher still didn't recognize her, but she decided to play safe and run to the bakery. Baker was nice as usual, and she even wanted to give her Ivy's favorite sweet bread for free, 'cause she wanted to make her happy. This is when Ivy noticed her poster on the wall and got scared, which made the woman really confused. Ivy spent the whole night crying and hugging Sora, telling her that she again needs to run away, even though everyone was really nice to her. She was feeling really bad, asking if there even is a place for her in this world, which made Sora upset. The next day they continued traveling to the capital, and this time they were really careful not to get caught by the guards. As they traveled some time, Ivy started feeling really hungry, regretting not taking the bread from the bakery lady. This is the reason she got so happy when she heard the sound of the river. Now she had enough water, and she also smelled some juicy fruits on the tree not far away. She really wanted to taste them, and ignored Sora, who was shaking like crazy, trying to tell her something, thinking she was also just very hungry. But as Ivy got closer to the tree, she got terrified by a man's hand that was stitching out of the tree. This was when she realized it was a tree monster that killed this poor guy, and Sora pushed her back just in time as they both almost got crushed. Although Ivy got injured on her hand, she started running as fast as she could, to run away from the monster. She didn't notice her injured hand, and her vision got blurry as she was running. This is when she felt sharp pain and fell to the ground. She wanted to use some healing potions, but realized Sora had eaten all of them, so she couldn't stop her bleeding. When she was slowly dying, Sora jumped on her hand and started doing something. Ivy was very weak and just thought that Sora is also a monster and would eat her after her death. But she didn't mind being eaten by her only friend, saying she will miss her. It was morning when Ivy opened her eyes again. Sora jumped on her, saying poo-poo. She noticed that Sora indeed saved her life by healing her, not eating her. She got really furious by this. Only high-level holy monsters have healing powers. How can such a small slime do it? She tried to talk more with Sora, but Sora just repeated those two words and continued jumping. This was the best moment of Ivy's life. She isn't alone anymore and has someone who truly cares about her as a family. They decided to celebrate it in their treehouse. Ivy collected some berries, and Sora was having potions as usual. Ivy noticed how Sora grew bigger and taller, saying that she is really happy for Sora being happy and healthy. Ivy really wanted to have some meat, but couldn't prepare it in the forest because of beasts that could smell it easily. They got off the tree and found a garbage dump, where Ivy found some old clothes she really needed. But Sora wanted only new food, so Ivy started collecting more expired potions and offering them to Sora. She started with the blue potion, but to Ivy's surprise, Sora also ate the red potion and started jumping happily. Ivy also gave Sora a green potion that cures curses, but Sora refused to eat it. After that, Ivy started looking for some place to stay at night and had a nice dinner with Sora, who was just eating all the potions. Ivy got scared no potions would be left for tomorrow, and they will have to find much more. Before they fell asleep, Ivy told Sora a story her mom used to tell her. It was about a kid with the power to save the world from monsters. That kid had very special powers and came from another world. She felt lonely for that kid, but fell asleep in the middle of the story.